Globe USA versus China. Two nations, two powers, two visions of the future. China and the United States, rivals, partners, and the forces shaping our world. But who really leads in geography, economy, technology, and culture? Let's dive deep into this epic comparison, China versus USA. 1. Globe geography. One is ancient and compact, the other is wide and diverse. Geography shapes destiny. China is the third largest country in the world, covering a vast landmass that stretches across Asia. Its geography is incredibly diverse, from the towering Himalayas, home to Mount Everest, to the Gobi Desert, one of the largest deserts on Earth. The mighty Yangtze River, Asia's longest, has supported Chinese civilization for thousands of years. The eastern part of China is fertile and densely populated, while the west is rugged, mountainous, and sparsely inhabited. The United States is the fourth largest country, but unlike China, it is spread across 50 states and 4 major time zones. It boasts some of the world's most famous natural wonders: the Grand Canyon, the Great Lakes, the Rocky Mountains, and the geysers of Yellowstone National Park. Alaska provides icy wilderness, while Hawaii brings tropical beauty. Right finger comparison. China's geography is tied to its ancient history and population density, while the U.S. geography reflects diversity and abundance of natural resources. 2. Busts in silhouette population. The biggest versus the diverse, two different demographic stories. With 1.4 billion people, China is the most populous nation on Earth. This massive workforce fueled its rise as the world's manufacturing hub. However, due to its one-child policy in the past, China is now facing an aging population and declining birth rates, a serious challenge for the future. The United States has around 335 million people, much smaller than China, but its population is younger and highly diverse. Immigration has shaped America for centuries, making it a true melting pot of cultures, languages, and religions. Right finger comparison. China has numbers and manpower, but the US has youth, diversity, and immigration-driven innovation. 3. Money bag economy. One produces for the world, the other consumes and innovates for the world. China is known as the world's factory. It dominates global manufacturing, producing electronics, textiles, automobiles, and machinery. In just 40 years, it went from a poor agrarian country to the second largest economy in the world. China's exports reach every corner of the globe, making it the engine of global trade. The U.S. remains the largest economy in the world, leading in finance, services, technology, and entertainment. Wall Street drives global markets, Silicon Valley produces billion-dollar startups, and Hollywood exports culture worldwide. The U.S. dollar is also the global reserve currency, giving America unmatched economic influence. Despite rivalry, they are economically interdependent. The U.S. buys trillions of dollars worth of goods from China, while China holds massive amounts of U.S. debt. Right finger comparison. China is the world's producer, while the U.S. is the world's consumer and innovator. 4. Shield military. The world's largest army versus the world's strongest global force. China has the largest standing army with over 2 million active soldiers. It is rapidly modernizing, investing in hypersonic missiles, cyber warfare, and naval expansion in the South China Sea. The United States has the world's biggest defense budget, more than double China's. It maintains over 800 military bases worldwide and has the strongest navy and air force. Its aircraft carriers, stealth fighters, and nuclear weapons give it unmatched global reach. Right finger comparison. China has numbers and regional strength. The U.S. has global presence and advanced weapons. 5. PC technology. Speed and scale versus creativity and innovation. China has made massive leaps in the last 20 years. It leads the world in 5G technology, high-speed rail networks, and mobile payments. Companies like Alibaba, Huawei, and Tencent dominate Asia. Everyday life in China is almost cashless, QR codes and mobile apps rule. The U.S. is home to Silicon Valley, birthplace of modern tech. Giants like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Tesla have changed how the world communicates, works, and travels. The U.S. is also at the forefront of AI, aerospace, and space exploration with companies like SpaceX. Right finger comparison. China excels in infrastructure and scale, while the US excels in creativity, software, and innovation. 6. Classical building politics. Control versus freedom. Stability versus division. China is a one-party system, ruled by the Communist Party. This centralized power allows fast decision-making and long-term planning, but critics point to censorship, lack of freedom of speech, and limited political rights. The US is a democracy with free elections, multiple parties, and strong institutions. Citizens openly criticize leaders, but this freedom also comes with political polarization and frequent gridlock between Democrats and Republicans. Right finger comparison. China equals stability with control. USA equals freedom with division. 7. Face mask culture. 4,000 years of tradition versus modern global influence. Narration. With over 4,000 years of history, China is one of the oldest continuous civilizations. Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism shape values of family, respect, and discipline. Festivals like the Chinese New Year unite its people. Martial arts, tea culture, and calligraphy are symbols of pride. The US is a cultural superpower. From Hollywood movies to pop music, sports, and fashion, American culture influences the globe. The NBA, McDonald's, and Netflix are global icons. Right finger comparison. China represents tradition and continuity. The US represents modern global influence. 8. Books education. Discipline versus creativity, two very different classrooms. Chinese students undergo intense schooling, with the Gaokao exam being one of the toughest in the world. This system produces top scores in math and science, but critics say it limits creativity. The US hosts the world's best universities, Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and produces the majority of Nobel Prize winners. Its system encourages creativity, debate, and entrepreneurship, giving rise to innovators like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Right finger comparison. China equals discipline and academic strength. USA equals creativity and innovation. 9. Warning future challenges. Both giants are strong, but both have cracks in their armor. China faces challenges such as an aging population, transparency issues, and dependence on exports. The US struggles with political division, rising inequality, and high national debt. Right finger comparison. Both face challenges, but of different kinds. China's are demographic, the US's are political and economic. 10. Global role. One expands its reach, the other defends its legacy. China seeks to expand influence through the Belt and Road Initiative, building infrastructure in Asia, Africa, and Europe. It is positioning itself as a global manufacturing hub and regional leader. The US has long been seen as the global leader, militarily, economically, and culturally. Its alliances, such as NATO, and its global soft power remain unmatched. Right finger comparison. China equals rising challenger. USA equals established leader.